Hi everyone, Kelly here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take everyone through the social good finals. Took a little longer than expected to get most of the files from everyone, so my video is a little later than it normally would. But you can kind of expect for when we have a multiple week project that I'll do something like this so you can see everyone's work, kind of as if we were in a real classroom with real critique setting. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just dive in. I'm gonna start off with Cody. And we're going to watch your video and then look at your deliverables.
The campaign that I created is called Love Your Lake. It's a Wood Lake community cleanup event for a neighborhood near me named Wood Lake. Litter is a pretty common issue in Wood Lake. I frequently walk and visit the trails, and I can't go one time without seeing some litter on the ground, so I definitely think this is a pressing issue. So for the poster design in the top left, I went with an overflowing trash can to just really get that image across to the reader that that's something we don't want to see. For the big poster, we'll go with definitely a large image of the lake. For the social media, we'll go with some images showing some people cleaning, showing their support. We'll go with the hashtag. The editorial, we'll just do some interviews with neighbors and show some trash on the left. So for making the logo, just wanted to definitely keep it simple. I got a tree here to just get that mental image of Wood Lake going on. I got the lake behind him, and then this green trash can that matches that green ring, just to really put some focus on the keeping it in the bin here. For the editorial, this is where we had some interviews from some neighbors and then just an image of trash on the left, and we're trying to encourage some people to put their own interviews online. For the poster here, we got the "Don't let your trash overflow into our community lakes" little text up there. I think is super important to let the people know. We got the overflowing trash can there to show that, and then the lake on the right. For the social media ad here, we decided to go with a hashtag up top to get people involved. Everyone could share their progress with this hashtag and have a chance to be featured on their page. So we wanted to throw a big image of Wood Lake here to show how beautiful it would be on this billboard. And we have the big logo here to balance it out. We got the hashtag on the right, and then the big slogan of "Together we can keep Wood Lake clean and green." Some of our biggest points we'll focus on is definitely going to be like nature and wilderness and trash being found in it for our brand.
Okay. Love the voiceover. Very professional video, very easy to understand, and super easy transitions, and really understanding your deliverables. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through your PDF of all your deliverables and talk a little bit about the design, if there's anything that we could change, or anything that really needs to be worked on. I believe you said this was your billboard. I think I really liked it that you kind of made it like a duotone. You have the two-tone color here with your logo. I love how the logo came out. It's got like a little bit of an illustrative feel to it. It's a fun, little fun addition to kind of a difficult topic. You know, the little crest that you have going on here, I think you did great there. Together we can keep Wood Lake clean and green. Yeah, I think it looks great. It's fantastic as a billboard. Everything's really easy to see. I love the hashtag as well there. Let's see. Pick it up if you see it, even if it wasn't you. I believe you said this was your editorial spread. Again, really good color usage here. The color overlay on top of like the wood look looks great. Love the whole idea of just having, different quotes about it. I would say maybe just lighten up the background here. The type is just a little bit hard to read. The pick it up if you see it, even if it wasn't you. And down here you could bump the "we" down so that it would finish the bottom line with "we change." That way you don't have the single word on a line like that. Other than that, I think it looks great. Love your lake like your neighbors do. Really nice use of positive negative space. I love the logo. Again, it came out a little bit more illustrative, so your edges are a little bit rougher. But I think it kind of works for like a hard topic like what we're doing here. Your social graphic, love your lake. Woodland community cleanup, social progress. Just because of the format, I think you might want to find a way to have less text in here, especially how you want to really see how it would look scrolling, it would look something like that. And because of the way that the type is spaced out here, you have it really like force justified like that. It's a little bit hard to read. It would be in a social format like that. So you might want to consider like dropping some elements from here. So maybe having less images here, or instead of the grid, maybe just doing a couple of them versus a lot of them. And then you might end up losing your little graphic here when it's in a smaller application. So just some things to kind of think about there. Let's see, a little poster design. Don't let your trash overflow into our community lake. Reduce waste, reduce. Again, I love the graphics. The whole concept of everything is looking really good here. Don't let your trash overflow into our community lake. Maybe just give it a little bit more negative space. Make this trash can a little bit smaller so your type can breathe a little bit more and get some negative space. You could even make the don't let your trash overflow into our lake and make that a darker green, just so at a distance, if this is a poster design, that you see that text prompt first. But overall, I absolutely love the campaign. I think it's really cohesive, and you did a beautiful job on it. Let me just take some notes on that real quick. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and check out Aaron's. I don't think I saw a video link. Let me go ahead and just pop in here. Do not see a video link there. Okay. Missing video. Just taking notes as I grade. That's kind of how I always do this. All right, we're gonna go ahead and still look at the PDF, but Aaron, when you see the video, or when you see this video, it looks like you are missing the whole video voiceover, which is a big requirement for this. So, please advise if you're gonna still turn that in or not. So, I will introduce it for her. Social good campaign called Portions of Poverty. Let's see if there's any text in here that I can just read. No. So again, the voiceover and everything would have helped just to introduce the project. But this one was on food waste. So you can see your logo there. A little social graphic. Over 11% of Americans are food insecure. Love the little graphic of like the soup. The missing food thing was a really good idea, and it's really eye-catching because you're not expecting to see something like that, just half the food missing. So I think that's one of the things that really helps you with this layout. I love the idea of stacking the quote like that, but across the board, I would give yourself a little bit more negative space from your edges. So where you have the, maybe just give yourself a little bit more negative space on the left and a little bit on the top, because it looks really congested in there. The 34 million, that's a great, I think that's appropriately sized, but maybe just work your grid system in there a little bit better. So I almost want to say take the more than and find a way to stack it up here, like do more than 34 million. So maybe stack it on top of the 34 just so you read that first. Americans can't afford food. Other than that, I think it looks pretty good. It just needs to be kind of reformatted as far as the little graphic for the numbers could be almost like a little logo. So you could try having the Americans can't afford food. You can move that over here and kind of move it under the million, and it'll just be like this nice tight little logo type. All right, Potions of Power, and find out how you can help. The placement of everything else I think looks good, but just give yourself some nice little margins so that all your grid system lines up there. Same thing here for all the type placement. Portions of Poverty. Besides the video, I think you're just missing an editorial spread as well. So just things to kind of think about. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Kylie's. And then I'll switch over the videos. I usually try to make them about 10 minutes. And then I'll just do them in sections like that. Let's see if the video is linked here. This is absolutely fine as long as I have a place to access the work. Let's go ahead and look at it.
Hi, my name is Kylie Ortiz Clark, and for this project, I was tasked with creating a social good campaign loosely based around the idea of adoption. For my campaign, I decided to focus on the idea of children aging out of the foster care system. As for the campaign purpose, I decided to educate people about the effects of aging out. The goal is to build a community of foster families so they feel more supported and encourage more people to reach out to these children. The campaign is based around a biblical worldview and uses verses such as James 1:27 to hold it up. The design process started with sketches of a logo and ad materials as well as a mood board. After research and sketching, I started with a logo design. I wanted something simplistic and easily interchangeable, as well as something that would stand out from its competitors. Along with the primary word mark, I made a monogram mark on the right and a secondary word mark with the brand pattern. For final project deliverables, I was tasked with making multiple different types of ads. For this print ad, I decided to focus on the mental effects of children who would age out of the foster care system. For my social media advertisement, I wanted to keep it simple, but also focus on some of the statistics for children who age out of the foster care system. For my final advertisement, I was tasked with creating an outdoor ad. I wanted this one to be more eye-catching and a little bit confusing when you first look at it. I wanted people to question the purpose behind the ad so they would read more. I was also tasked with creating an editorial spread to support my campaign. This spread focuses on the mental effects of aging out of the foster care system and includes a sponsor spotlight. Thank you so much.
Beautiful work there. I love the video. I can't wait to dive right into this. Alright, so the deliverables that you gave, I love, first of all, I am not a fan of Cooper Black, like that's the font, the Garfield font, but you made it look great. I think it really connects with the simple idea that you were kind of going for, and this like fun little line complexity thing that you have going on with the lines. Awesome. The editorial spread looks great. Really nice type management here. I'm not sure you really need the Reach logo twice. You could even drop this one out, I think, like out of the layout. You could take this one out and just leave it be here because it's already so connected into the layout. I think it looks really good. Yeah, it looks really nice. I definitely did a double take when I saw this, and I love again that you're using this whole kind of squiggly line thing as part of like the thing holding them back. Children who age out of foster care are as much higher risk for incarceration. How will you reach them? I think that's a perfect prompt. As far as placement as everything for all the stuff on your little graphic here, possibly just moving your text so where it says how will you reach them, maybe finding a way to connect that more with the child. So even if you take this whole thing over here and move it over, just so they're seeing the visual with like the prompt together. But I think it looks awesome, and I would definitely do a double take on this if I was seeing that somewhere. Yeah, that looked great. And I love your social promotion graphic. Again, like this squiggly line is just doing it for me. It looks great. And it's something that I would look twice at if I saw it in a social post. So awesome job on this.